Hello and welcome to Me and My Golf. We're your coaches Piers and Andy, and it's time for the Impact Show. We're at the Kingdom in nearly sunny
Almost.
California.
The sun's just come out, Piers, we're all right.
Yeah, nearly. And Andy, we've got a special guest, haven't we?
We have. We love special guests. We've got a PGA Tour player, rising star, Beau Hossler. We're going to be talking to about his golf swing, some of the things that he's going to be working on. He's going to be sharing that, hopefully, to help you in your game. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button to not miss a video. Hit the like button if you want to see more guests. And don't forget to leave us a comment down below. Let's take charge of your game. So, Beau, welcome to the Impact Show.
Thanks.
Great to see you again.
Great to see you.
It's been a couple of years since we last saw you, and I think that was off the back of your shoulder injury. But you've had a full season now on the PGA Tour.
Yep.
Pretty decent season. 46th in the FedEx Cup standings, 5 top 10 finishes, a close second at Shell Houston Open. Poulter lost to Poulter in a playoff. Can you sum up your season on tour so far? How was it for you?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of positives. Certainly sprinkled in some really good performances, but good news is there's so much to work on, and I had a pretty good sample size to learn from, and I'm looking forward to a good off season here to get everything dialed in for 19. But you know, like you said, a pretty successful. Had some really good flashes of brilliance, but certainly need to get a little more consistent, and I think that's everybody's dream, isn't it?
Yeah, we hear that a lot. We just want to be more consistent. And we're here at the TaylorMade M5, M6 launch, and you've got a little bit of time off now, which you can work at your game, which hopefully we're going to speak about. So, Piers, it'd be good to go through that, wouldn't it?
I think so, yeah. Really? I mean, it's actually very interesting. We've just actually done a podcast with you, which was fantastic, so anyone needs to listen to that. But it was very evident from yourself. Your mindset for us is absolutely fantastic. And we think that's the secret anyway. I'm sure you think the same, obviously. But everything you use about process, about having a good process, doing the right things, and then the results will happen, which anyone listening to this, they should definitely be thinking along those lines. So we wanted to have a little bit of a look about what we were going to do in this video. So we looked at your stats and we thought, well, you're good across the board. So we thought, well, let's actually just watch you hit some shots, go through maybe some things that you're working out in your technique this winter in the off season, and just sort of pick your brains really. So
it was a bit annoying, Piers, because he was good at everything, wasn't it? Really,
it was. And we did the podcast, and it was like, yeah, right answer, right answer. It was like a quiz, and he passed it. He aced it. So, should we start off with some sort of 7-iron, 8-irons, and hit some shots, and then just have a little chat about what you are doing in your game?
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, sounds good.
All right, so what sort of things are you working at in your game, so we can have a little look at it?
So basically what I was getting into last year was I was feeling like I was losing a little bit of connection.
Okay.
And the reason that was happening is in my turn, I was getting a little bit, we were working on turning, but I don't think I was turning really behind the ball. It's sometimes turning on top of the ball and then working backwards through the shot and really losing the connection, losing the club face.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge that I've had kind of throughout my career. That's, it's funny, golfers, I mean, generally you only have a couple things that your tendencies, right, that you always need to be aware of. The challenge is, making sure that you're comfortable on the golf course, thinking about the shot, not thinking about technique. So I was kind of stuck in between there. And so that's why I'm excited now, like I was telling you in the podcast, to have some time to really work on what I need to do. I have a really clear plan of what I need to do. I just need to make sure that I'm getting a good turn, but also that I'm getting behind the ball. That way I can work into it and through it and not lose the connection. If you think about it, if my head's going this way, the club's going that way, right? I need to be turning with the shot this way.
And that's it. We spoke off camera before. That's something you feel very comfortable with doing, and making sure that body is over the ball as opposed to backing up effectively.
Correct.
All right, so what have you got there? 7, is that?
This is 7-iron,
Okay, let me just put the 7 in there, and then let's get you hitting a few. So we've got down that post down the bottom.
Okay.
And your general shot shape's a little bit of a draw, you were saying, Beau, as well?
Yeah, generally. Yeah, and particularly, like we were talking about earlier, right now, is since I'm trying to get so much more turn behind it, that path is shifting to the right. And it's something like where I'm trying to make sure I can get that to be second nature where I don't think about it. And then easily I can work on covering the ball. That's easy. But for me, the first step in kind of this off season is getting behind the ball, getting the proper turn, getting my weight in the right spot. And even if that means kind of poor results, like we were talking about earlier, kind of one step back to move forward. Poor results in the first few weeks, I don't really mind because I don't have any tournaments for a month and a half. So I want to make sure that's becoming second nature, and then I can work on really covering it to the left and straightening out the path and getting the ball flight a little bit tighter.
So 2 stages really.
Yeah, pretty much.
Iron and driver, obviously.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, kind of through the bag even.
Yeah. Let's watch you hit some then, because I think definitely we will see something with the drive that we're looking at for with this. We've got Trackman in play. We're at the Kingdom, obviously, and it is right into the wind, so it's not going to go as far as it would do normally.
That was nice. Straight Pierce, that one.
So you're trying to zero out that club path, yeah?
Yeah, trying to. I mean, it's certainly easier to do with the irons than the driver right now. Was a zero. Yeah, there you go. Well, might as well stop.
We're done. We're done. Nice. All right, hit a few more. Let's hit a few more. That was really nice. Tack angle 7 down as well, so obviously still managed to get over.
That's about right for me. 7 or 8 down generally.
7 down with a 7 iron. I like it. Yeah, very good. You're under pressure now. You can't beat what you just did. You can only equal it.
It's as good as it gets on the last one.
Let's see what we got. Oh, 0.5, so it's looking good.
Wow, that's close.
Face to path 0.1 though. So when you start seeing zeros in face to paths and club paths, we're all right.
Yeah, we're in good shape.
We're in good shape. Should we go one more?
Yeah, let's go one more.
Yeah,
I think what I like about Beau's golf swing as well, Pierce, is that he obviously makes a good wind-up, but he really uses that lower body. Lower body is driving hard through the golf ball, and that enables him to get this 7 degrees down with these irons, which gives that nice crisp strike.
That's pretty good there.
And we've got to think, we spoke about baseball. Obviously, you were very good at baseball when you were young. That movement, that opening up of the body,
that's definitely.
So
it's kind of a blessing and a curse, right? Like I was talking about earlier. That's my lower body's good, but it doesn't really matter if it's not in sequence.
Yeah.
And so what was happening was I was cutting my turn short. Basically, I was out racing with my lower body, and I was getting too congested in here. The connection wasn't there. So basically, I want to keep the same motion, but I need to have basically my arms and legs need to move in unison more. So when I get turned behind it better, everything's right there. Versus if I cut my turn short, then I'm a little bit outraced.
Okay.
You understand?
Like it.
And there's a lot of different golfers out there, and obviously each golfer out there is very, very unique.
Yeah.
Are you somebody who will really work on drills, or is it very simple for you? Do you go, well, I just need to turn more, I'm just going to feel a little bit more turn?
I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes feels are easy where you can literally just think about them. Other times they're not. We don't, think about them as easily. Like if you think about this, for me, it's easy to just think about turning, but sometimes if you're thinking about lower body stuff, it's nice to have a tool or a reference point. Like sometimes I used to get my club face a little bit shut on the backswing, but I couldn't feel it. And it, what's the yellow device basically?
Yeah, the swing guide.
Swing guide. Yeah. And so I would use that, and that way on camera I could see, okay, that's a direct correlation between my arms and the face, right? So that one was a little bit more of a difficult feel for me, whereas this one, it's literally like all I need to do is feel a turn. And then you can kind of obviously use video to see that.
Yeah, swing guide's great, isn't it? If somebody shuts the face on the way back, it's perfect.
It's just very apparent. It's immediate feedback, right?
Yeah, good. Should we get some drivers?
Yeah,
let's watch some
drivers. So I mean, 3 impressive shots there straight away, Pierce.
Yeah, how was that last one?
1-1. That was 1-1 and 1-1.
Okay.
So
nice. And this is what it's all about. We're never really going to see exactly the same numbers. They're all going to be slight variances, but it's really just keeping that. You mentioned that consistency and the delivery of that face is so important just for that consistency for you.
I reckon Beau's going, no, I want 0-0 every time. What are you on about?
Yeah, exactly. 1-1's no good.
What are you at the moment? I know you're trying in between at the moment. So you're at 12 degree and you've got it cranked down, or was this
this is a 10.5 M5.
Yeah.
And we got the weights there in the back.
Okay.
Pretty new, so probably maybe a little tuning to be done, but right now I think it's been working pretty darn good. So.
All right. Let's see what you got, because I know the other one you've got in there, you've got a higher loft as well, so you just sort of find that's the good thing with the adjustability. Now we can.
So nice, Well, the thing that's nice about it is I don't need to have anybody here to do it. I can do it on my own.
There we go.
So it's just a matter of me getting the reps, kind of feeling the ball flight. Obviously, good players have an idea of the window it should be coming out.
Yeah.
I can feel if I should have faded it or hit a draw.
Okay.
So, I just need to make sure that I'm matching up that window with exactly what the club's doing.
Nice.
Brilliant.
All right, I see some drivers. On that camera there, Andy. Looks good. Normally, I'd be upset if you were hitting balls now standing here.
You'd be in danger, Pierce, definitely.
Great shot. Start slightly right. Tailing around to the left a little bit.
And that's kind of that draw I was talking about that comes with me feeling that turn.
Yeah.
Do you feel that obviously the drivers, it's a different type of, it's a specialist club basically. We hit a lot more up on the golf ball compared to an iron. Do you do anything different? Do you think differently? Do you do any changes with the driver that you feel that?
Yes, there's no doubt it's a different swing. I would say I've just hit so many that I don't really have to think about it anymore, but you're right. I mean, I think it's the only club in the bag that you hit up on, maybe except for the putter.
Yeah.
But, it's funny. With how good these drivers are nowadays, it's nice because you can pretty much get up there and swing full throttle.
Yeah.
And particularly, twist face nowadays, the misses are kind of this way.
Yeah.
And I think that's the key. It's funny, the game of golf is just moving so much into a distance game that you're better off hitting an extra 5 or 10 yards and giving up maybe 1 or 2 fairways around.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and do. I mean, I swing pretty hard. Obviously, when I'm swinging well, I'm going pretty much full throttle on every drive.
Yeah.
Now, that's not always the case, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's a wider stance. You're literally starting with your head farther behind the ball with the intention of hitting up on it.
Yeah.
You know, I think generally, I don't know what I am there, but usually I'm like 3 or 4 or 5 up.
Yeah, that was half a degree up. That was on that one.
That
so I
was.
think absolutely,
Okay.
yeah, half on that one. But
So yeah, so normally
swings
you know,
before were.
yeah, I'm normally 3 or 4 or 5 up. Obviously with the intention of launching high with low spin.
Yeah. You
you
can
know.
see that in your golf swing, that you're very optimal. So you can see that you're hitting up, low spin, high launch, and
Right.
that really helps you get the most out of your speed, which is key, isn't it? If you
Right.
want to optimize
Yeah, absolutely.
and be down as far as you can, then it's important that you get that right.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
All right, see
Okay,
here a
so
couple
the-
more. Interesting
Impressive
there,
shots so far,
3.3.
Piers.
So we know when you was hitting some shots in warm up, and we'll talk about the moment, they were a little bit more to the right, weren't they?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Slightly higher on that one as well.
Yeah, a little higher, slightly off the toe.
And that's like finished 2 yards left of target, that was.
Okay.
It's nice when your misses still go like that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
So this is good for us because obviously we spoke earlier about how you obviously trying to work at getting behind the golf ball a
Yep.
little bit more so then you can move forward.
Mm-hmm.
You knew straight away that your path as a result probably was going to go a bit to the right. So
Yep, in
the
the
warm-up
meantime.
shots you were hitting, they were like 6 degrees right.
Yeah.
Now we're down to 3.
Okay.
So you're obviously
Yeah.
you're dialing into this change. So this change is
Yep.
actually it's going okay.
Definitely.
By the looks
And
of
like
it.
I said, I'm fine with that for now because I know it's very easy for me to feel a fade. But in the meantime, I want to make sure I'm getting in behind it for the next few weeks, and then I can easily work on that and straighten it out.
Okay, let's get one more, shall we?
Yeah.
Yep. They put a little extra on this one.
Very nice.
And guess what? The ball didn't go anywhere other than
That's
by the
just going
target.
dead straight, that one.
Yeah, pretty good.
Very nice. So hitting that one a little bit extra, you're giving it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about it? Is it just a matter of just going harder?
I think it's important to realize that a lot of the time you think about an amateur, they're trying to hit it harder. They get fast off the beginning, and that's
Yeah.
not where you want it. All you care about is your speed right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter your speed here. It's all about where it is an impact. So I try and make sure that I'm still, just because you're getting faster, the tendency sometimes to get short. I want to make sure I'm still getting a good turn, and then basically trying to create speed with the club head from here to here.
Nice.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you're just not getting too early in being fast, basically. We're sort of waiting till this part here.
Correct.
Right?
And you'll see it in the pro-ams when someone you're having a bit of banter and you're saying, right, let's hit one a little bit harder. And
Yeah.
as you say, the club is as fast on the way back as
Yep.
it is when it's on the way down almost.
right.
That was really cool. Again, 1 degree up virtually, three out to the right again. So
Very cool.
looks like that change that you're doing is starting to hopefully
Yep.
manifest. And you'd be happy with 3 right, would you, when you're hitting drivers?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, by the time I'm playing next month, I'm going to have it within 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of where my optimal zone is. And I tend to have, the closer my path is to squares, the closer my face to path will be too. Obviously, I think probably just a natural tendency to try and save shots when I'm swinging out to the right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That was pretty close to a textbook draw, actually.
Cool.
that
You'd
was.
like that, wouldn't you, Piers?
I would love that. I would love
You'd
that.
like
Can you
that.
teach me, please? He's got 5 days.
He's
5
all right.
years, maybe.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, look, absolutely fantastic. So one thing I would say is make sure you check out the podcast. You'll actually get a bit more of an insight in what Beau's gone through his career and actually what we believe why he's going to be a major champion. So don't put any pressure on you, but we believe he's going to be a major champion. All the right things are there for this guy with his game. So anyone who wants to watch that journey, where should they go? On your Instagram, I believe?
Yeah, Instagram at the Beau Show.
At the
That's
Beau
the
Show.
go-to,
That
yeah.
is got to be the best Instagram name for a PGA Tour golfer.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Guys, if you enjoyed that,
Cheers,
don't forget
Beau.
to
Yeah,
hit
thanks for having me.
the like button and comment down below. And when do you think his next win's going to be? We're going to go to Torrey, so we're expecting you to win that.
All right, perfect. There you go.
There we
Watch
go.
more than one hole this time.
Yeah, one more.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you
Thanks,
soon.
guys. So thank you so much for watching. Now, 2019, do you want to lower your scores? I reckon they do, Andy.
I think they do.
So look, why don't you try our perfect coaching plan for you then, Simple Secrets to Lower Scores. It's a 5-week plan, lots of information on how to improve your strategy, trouble shots, short game, getting into the mental side. Andy, it's definitely going to help them, isn't it?
It is. I think you should sign up, Piers, because I think you need a little bit of help
on
with that.
week
But if you
3
do want,
already.
if you do want to go and check it out, make sure you click the link in the corner there. It'll take you to week 1. We know it's going to help. Thanks for watching, guys.